in part one. It didn't stop them from using drugs. It didn't stop them from beating their wives and beating their children, raping and molesting children, having sex slavery, and they shit. It did not stop them from being liars, from being people that profit off of the poor. It made them better people. So let's get into the spirituality. Spirituality, you don't need anyone to give to you. You don't. Spirituality is something that is self-evident. It doesn't matter if there was a book or if it was something that lasted years for you to go to be like, oh, my God or my high power or, this spiritual system in which I live my life is real. And here's the proof for you. You would never need to have those things. You don't need a whole bunch of people to be on your side because it is self-evident. The goodness of it is going to show in your life, and you going to know because you had a direct divine experience with whatever entity, with whatever spiritual walk that you ended up being on. And that's what's important with being spiritual. It's not about being in a clique or in a gang of people that all agree or saying, yeah, this is the way, yeah, these records is older than these records, so follow this bullshit. No, it's about having a direct divine experience with the higher power, and that making you better than what you ever could have been on your own, with your own intelligence, with your own heart, with your own way of looking at good and evil. It totally brings you outside of yourself to a higher consciousness. So I'm hoping for people that's just starting to get, into understanding. Like, it's good to know knowledge. Like, knowledge is not a bad thing to know. But when you start getting so much knowledge that you start to be a fool and that you're stupid and that you're losing morals and you becoming a horrible person, then fuck knowledge. Okay? And I just don't want y'all to get caught up in all this bullshit. All these religions that's in the conscious community masquerading as heritages, masquerading as, yo, this is what your people was doing in Africa before. My motherfuckers, y'all don't even know if y'all African. You get your blood done, they already said, like, skin color and features do not determine what your blood says that you are. You could be dark as fuck and you could be white. You could be light as hell and be what is considered to be black. A black race. Because it's not just one black race. Like, he try to make black like it's one thing. Just like white is not one thing. All white people are not synonymous and fuck with each other. So all black people are not and fuck with each other. So go back and watch my thing about tribes. As so-called black people, one thing we always did have was tribal living. Just like white people have had tribal living. And when people lived as tribes, it was better. When there was a coalition in which the tribes would come together and come to agreements. But on a day-to-day basis, you lived with people who believed and knew as you believed and knew, spiritually, emotionally, physically, the way you was going to raise your families, the way you was going to eat, and all of that. So that was something just quick I wanted to make. It's 2 videos because my camera cut off on the first part. It really could have just been one, but I'll see y'all when I got something new to drop for y'all. Thanks for all the support, for those that are still here, still supporting, and I really hope that this can just help a lot of people.